Hey, let me lay something on you real quick. Ever get that feeling when you meet someone and they just get you? Like they understand you on a level you didn't even know existed. They don't even need you to say much, but somehow they just know exactly what's going on in that head of yours. Now imagine doing that all the time. Sounds impossible, right? Nah. It's called INFJ intuition, and it's not just some mystical trait. It's a power that INFJs use every single day without even realizing it. But here's the truth. INFJs don't just know. They know because they trust something that others can't even fathom, their intuition. They don't just pick up on vibes or energy, they read between the lines, decode patterns, and see the world in a way most folks will never understand. It's time to talk about the habits INFJs have that signal high intuitive intelligence and why they make the rest of us seem like we're operating on dial-up while they're running on fiber optic. So, let's dive in, shall we? First off, the INFJ silent observer thing. They're watching you, not just listening. And here's the truth that'll slap you in the face. INFJs don't just listen to you, they watch you. Every little detail. And when I say watch, I mean watch like a hawk. Your words? Yeah, they hear them. But INFJs are obsessed with your energy, your body language, the way you're sitting in your chair, how you subtly shift your eyes when you're lying, and the way your words don't align with your true feelings. They've learned to read people like a book, and not just the chapters that are easy to see. They read between the lines, into the parts you think are hidden. Your posture, your micro expressions, even your tone of voice. INFJs process all that information in real time, and they understand things about you that you're too blind to notice yourself. You might think you're just chatting over coffee, but INFJs, they're already constructing a whole psychological profile of you. Nah, they're not doing it maliciously. Heck, they probably don't even know they're doing it. They just can't help themselves. While you're talking, they're piecing together your fears, your insecurities, and your motives. They don't just get the facts, they get your soul. And here's the kicker, they'll never tell you. That's the power of the INFJ. They're not speaking at you, they're watching, processing, and understanding on a deeper level that will leave you wondering, how did they know that about me? This silent observation is their superpower, and it's why they'll always be several steps ahead. Secondly, the silent strategist. INFJs, they plan everything, but you'll never know it. Now here's the kicker. INFJs, they don't just act, they strategize everything. While others are making decisions in the moment, INFJs are already 5 steps ahead, planning and calculating the long-term consequences of every action. But don't get it twisted. They don't announce their plans to the world. Nah, they stay silent, operating quietly in the background, creating a mental map that guides every single decision. You've probably seen an INFJ in action. They seem to have this calm, collected energy, like they're always ready to respond. But here's the truth. They're always planning. Every situation they encounter is another puzzle they're solving in their mind. INFJs have this uncanny ability to envision the outcome of their decisions way before anyone else has even begun to consider the possibilities. They're the masters of reading people, predicting situations, and anticipating what will happen before it does. Now here's the part that'll really mess with your head. You won't even know they're planning. They make it look effortless because they've already orchestrated the whole dang thing. INFJs, they'll appear to be reacting spontaneously, but what you're really seeing is the execution of a long-term plan that's been in motion for longer than you realize. Every step they take has been carefully considered to make sure they achieve their goal, and while others are still stumbling, they're already ahead, executing with precision. This ain't just about being prepared. It's about creating opportunities. INFJs are like silent chess players, moving pieces around without anyone noticing, and when they make their move, it's already checkmate. They never need to boast about their plans. Their strategy speaks for itself through the results. And thirdly, INFJs? They don't really do small talk. It's more of an emotional strategy for them. Now, here's a wake-up call for you. INFJs, they probably don't care what you had for dinner, or even your weekend plans. They're not really into the surface-level banter that most folks rely on just to get through the day. To them, it's a waste of time, really. What they want to talk about? The stuff that really matters. They're going to ask questions that might make some folks squirm a little bit. Questions about your childhood, your deepest desires, your fears. Not to be intrusive, mind you, but to connect on a level that others might not even realize is possible. While others are just trying to make polite conversation, INFJs, well, they're strategically gathering the real data they need to understand you, to predict what's going on beneath the surface, and most importantly, to create emotional bonds that go way beyond what anyone else can offer. Fourthly, INFJs, they don't really trust what you tell them, no. They trust what you show them. Now, let me tell you something that most people don't realize about INFJs. It ain't just about lying. It's about the depth of what you reveal without even knowing it. When people speak, they often think their words are the whole truth, but INFJs, they know better. They understand that actions speak louder than words ever will. The way you behave, the small shifts in your body language, the hesitations in your voice, all of these are clues to what's really going on beneath the surface. INFJs see right through your words. They're not fooled by the facade you put up because they're already aware of the disconnect between what you say and what you do. Think about it. How many times have you told someone one thing, but your body said something completely different? INFJs are experts in this field. They see the patterns in your behavior that give away your true intentions. They pick up on the tiny inconsistencies that no one else notices, and they trust those over your carefully crafted sentences. Look, here's the deal. INFJs don't need you to spill your soul to them. They see the truth in how you behave, and that's what they trust. Your intentions, your sincerity, and your authenticity are all written in your actions, not your words. When you try to present a polished image, INFJs can immediately see through it and recognize the real story. You can say all the right things, but they already know the truth because they've been watching, absorbing, and reading between the lines all along. So, next time you try to fool an INFJ with a good story, remember this: they're not buying it. They'll trust what you do, not what you say, and that's why they always seem to be several steps ahead, because they've already caught your drift before you even realized what you were showing. Fifth, the INFJ time traveler habit. They see your past, present, and future. INFJs, well, they don't just live in the present. They're time travelers, really. They don't need a crystal ball to predict the future. They connect dots that others can't even see. They take a quick glance at you, and they see your past, your struggles, your triumphs, and from that, they predict your future. It's not about having a sixth sense, it's about understanding the patterns of human behavior. INFJs have an uncanny ability to project where you're headed based on where you've been. This habit of seeing the big picture, it isn't just something they do for fun, it's how they navigate the world. They know where you'll go next, and they don't need to wait for you to figure it out. It's this deeply intuitive ability that makes INFJs seem eerily right about people's life choices, relationships, and the directions they're headed in. They don't guess, they know. All right, so point number 6, the old INFJ invisibility trick. Why they pull a disappearing act to recharge. Let's get real about this INFJ vanishing act, huh? Folks might see them as distant, maybe even a little cold, but here's the real deal nobody spills. INFJs ain't bailing because they're trying to dodge people. They're disappearing because they gotta juice up. They're like a magnet for everything, from everyone's feelings, the room's whole vibe, the conversations flying around, and it just wipes them out. INFJs are basically emotional sponges, and they get that to keep their engine running, they gotta shake off everyone else's baggage from their own. So when they go radio silent, it ain't personal, it's just keeping it real. This ain't being soft, it's how they stay on their game. Sharp and intuitive, because they know they're no good to anyone if they're running on fumes. When they finally show their face again, they're all powered up, ready to soak it all in and make sense of the world with laser focus. All right, that's the lowdown, the strange INFJ habits that scream smarts. Throw a comment down below with your thoughts. What INFJ habit hits home the hardest? I'll catch you in the next one.